New mail. No idea why it took this so long, but okay. Welcome to the ByteDelight weekly show. This is the first time we're doing this on Fridays. We're a bit late, but I get used to that. That's the only thing I can say. This is Stefan. I'm Ben, you know. Welcome to the new headquarters. Maybe you've seen some photos or videos last week. I did a live stream on Sunday, test out some new things. But I didn't have this 4K camera. How is the audio? Can you hear me well? Is the game music not too loud? I can turn it a bit down if needed. My Profi logo. Yeah, that's better. I think the camera can be a bit lower. Just a second. Our cameraman is coming. Yeah, perfect. This is perfect. Let's see. I want to watch the video myself as well. So, we do this and we do this. We can see both at the same time. Isn't that nice? Also, alright, you're a lot louder than your tunes. Okay, that's perfect. Perfect. If all goes well, I can reply to your questions here as well. Let's press F. Oh, no, not here. This doesn't work. Okay. I still have pizza left, so that's my dinner. He almost finished his one, as you can see. Okay, let's turn this away because it distracts me. What I forgot to say, and I can change that still, so let's do it, is that I want to announce some giveaways. Who doesn't like giveaways? Just a sec, we'll change the post I just did. Oh man, where are they? Here's one. Okay, change with giveaways. And 1000. I will tell you in a sec, just a moment. Subscribers. Bleep. Yeah, click. Right, now here as well. And here, oh man, it was slow. That's what you get when your computer is working and doing a lot. Where's the other post? Here's the other posts. Change. Yeah. And the last one. I'll tell you in a second. Try to speak English, please. Okay. So, I should put it on screen as well, I think. But okay, we'll tell in a moment. Before I go on, PC user 80, thank you for your question. I was 13, so about his age, when I had my first ZX Spectrum. And when was that? I have to calculate. 76. It was at 89, so I was late at the scene, I think. So 89. I got my first ZX Spectrum from my uncle. He got it at work because the ZX Spectrum was damaged by lightning. So my first ZX Spectrum was struck by lightning. But it had some defects, so there was no audio and the picture was black and white. Nowadays I would just fix it, of course, but back then I used that for 3 years or something. Until I plugged my first interface in when the computer was powered on. Is there a hiccup? I'm not getting the stream on my laptop at the moment. Could be just my internet connection. But that was my first ZX Spectrum, and I've used it for what I said about 3 years. And after that, I got toast rack. So my first experiences were awesome. So I got a satisfaction when I was 13, and then a toast rack when I was 16, I think. And I've used it a lot. And you also got it from your uncle. Oh, Frank, of course. Frank, hi Frank. I still have to craft your dual floppy drive set. We'll do that. I hope this weekend, but there's such a lot of work to do. We'll get to that later. Oh, what happened here? Just a sec. I have to get used to all. So, right. So, PC user, you are far more, far earlier involved than I was. But the good thing is, I was young when I started, and I think I was young. Nowadays, kids start with playing with PCs, tablets, PlayStations, phones when they're 3 years old or something, right? You had your first when you're, I think, 4. I think. He's denying, but I knew it. Kids like tech stuff with shiny glass, of course, and that sort of thing. Okay, anyway, oh, I still have your new phone here, you know? This is his new phone, by the way. I still have to install a new Android version on it. So he's waiting for that, but that's because of the construction works here. And, okay, sorry. I'm saying a lot of sorry during the last weeks. Hey Sandlot, hello. At the moment there are 10 people watching. So you all were very early, I think. I was late, okay. But I never stopped using the ZX Spectrum, and actually I made it my work. And more about it later, because I can tell some things about what is going to change during the next weeks. We'll tell you about it a bit later. Okay, what I wanted to tell you at first now is I need more subscribers. I want to get to the 1,000 subscribers, and everyone knows why. That's not a secret. But the thing is, oh, just a sec. Thing is, I'm at 753. So we need over 200 more, and that's not a lot, of course. And I want to motivate people to subscribe. So if you haven't done it yourself, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, of course. I'm not ending at the moment. Don't be afraid. But if you like prizes, free prizes, then it's important to tell anyone you know to subscribe. So get on Facebook and tell people to subscribe to my channel. It's youtube.com/ByteDelight, I guess. I haven't checked. Let's see. And everyone now likes to know what prizes are involved. Oh no, it's my old username. It hasn't changed. It's a pity. So it's I'm not sure. Just look for ByteDelight on YouTube. That's more easy. And of course, I'm not sure yet if I put a link to YouTube on my webpage. I think I should. We'll write it down to remember myself. Yeah, my son was reminding me very quietly to eat something. Okay. No, I don't have multiple YouTube accounts. I have only one, but I changed it to a brand account. So I changed it to ByteDelight. But the problem is, when I look into my own YouTube videos, I still see my username instead of ByteDelight. So thank you. Okay, one more. That's great. Thank you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away some prizes. So when I'm at 100 I will give away a ZXAY. When I'm at 900 I will give away a Pro One SD card interface, and when I'm at 1000 I will give away a ZX HD including a Raspberry Pi, but I will give it away to random to one subscriber. So you don't have to be the 1000 one, you don't have to be the 900 one, just subscribe, and when we reach the number, I will just give away the prize to one of my subscribers. And I hope that's fair, because I think everyone can help me get those subscribers. Okay. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Xavier. I will just pretend I didn't read that. Anyway, hi Peter. Good evening. Is it evening yet? Yes, it's evening yet. Although it's not evening yet in the UK. It's evening in Holland. I was mistaken. I thought it was an hour later in the UK, but it's actually just 5 o'clock there. Okay, I'm trying to follow a script, something like that. Well, I was talking about the new headquarters, and in the meantime I will try to reply to your questions. The climate is very good here because it's set to 22 degrees at the moment, so it doesn't matter what temperature it is outside. Yeah, something like that. Let some is in, yeah. Yeah, well, and I don't know if YouTube has provides me with an index of every subscriber. I'm not sure, but I guess I will find a list of subscribers somewhere, and I hope that list is random, so I can just pick one name and we'll see. But if you want me, if you like free prizes and you want to have a chance of winning some, just ask everyone to subscribe. I won't do that too much myself because I don't like to annoy people. So it's great working here, but the problem is there is a lot of work, and maybe you can see, yeah, you can see here at my left, you're right, you can see the kind of restaurant wall thing, not sure what it's called, with a lot of orders, and there are a couple of orders behind the other ones. I still have backlog, and I hope I will catch up anytime soon, because I have to do some bookkeeping, talk to some lawyers and that sort of things. We'll talk about it later on. So there's a lot of work, and I need to work, because once I work for myself completely for ByteDelight, I have to get a decent income, because otherwise he will get mad that he cannot play his favorite games, for example. Look at him. Right, put it there somewhere there, because people cannot see you completely. Now they can see you. Okay, yeah, this video should be in 4K, but for some reason YouTube won't allow me. And I know, I've heard before that YouTube, no, that won't fit. It will fall on my feet, don't do that. Oh, hey, it does! Really?
Yeah.
That's perfect, but no, it's not safe. But if you be careful, I can, okay. Restaurant order rail, okay. Frank, I thought you're Dutch, but yeah, you probably looked it up. So this video should be in 4K, and I've tried some settings in OBS, but I didn't manage yet to get it in 4K, but it should be in 60 frames per second. It is on my display at least, so okay. Yeah, it's no problem. The video we are watching, the stream we're watching on this screen also is lagging behind, but then we can see what the other people can see. Yeah, right, Xavier. So I know, because when I bring the stream live, YouTube says it's not supported for some reason. It should work, I'm not sure why not. We'll try to find out later. Gave some message which I tried to Google, but it couldn't find any information. So we'll try to find it out later. Okay, my pizza is really getting cold at the moment, but okay, I will eat it anyway. What I will, oh yeah, okay. The name of the new show. I didn't have much time to think of a new name, so I got with the ByteDelight weekly show, the BWS. Say it. What? You say it. BWS. BWS. Each other. B. ByteDelight. B. W. S. Yes. BWS. Yeah. At first I was thinking of the ByteDelight show, but I don't think people like BS as a abbreviation. So I got with the ByteDelight weekly show, BWS. I think it's great. Next, okay, this is a trial name. I'm not sure if we'll keep it, but if you like BWS, just let me know and I'll think about it. What I also have to do, of course, is some intro animation, but I have no idea how to make an animation myself. I can do 3D designs, I can do ZX Spectrum bit mapping, drawing and that sort of things, but I have no idea how to make an animation easily. So if I would make it myself, it probably cost me a lot of time, but I will think about it. Maybe I will get creative and find something. But if someone has an idea how to make an intro animation, 8-bit retro style, I will like it and will use it. Okay. Fiverr? Who can do it for a Fiverr? I'm curious now. Okay, the show will be at 6 o'clock Western Europe and at 5 o'clock at the moment in the UK. I hope it's a good time for you guys. If it's not, let me know, and I can think about changing it. But I think for us at the moment it's good because my kids were just arrived from swimming pool this afternoon, so I think it's good. Okay. Oh, you just were playing. Okay. Well, about the contents of the show. What I'm planning is discussing all kinds of topics. Of course, it has to be mainly ZX Spectrum related at the moment. But in the future, maybe I will cover any kind of retro computer topics. I'm not sure. If you have ideas for me to discuss, and we can talk about it in a chat, of course. Let me know if you have ideas, things you want to see, maybe things you want to see what I do here, like crafting stuff, repairing stuff, trying out stuff. I have a lot of hardware I never powered on yet. It's not only stored here, it's headquarters, but also in several other rooms in the house at the moment. For example, underneath my son's bed. But I did a proposal to give him some money to just keep it there for the moment. If you have ideas for me to discuss and you think about something during the week, let me know by any means, by Facebook, by replying to this video, by sending me a message through my website. No problem, let me know. Okay, see you later. Oh. Yeah, and links to my Facebook page are found on ByteDelight.com, and I will add the YouTube link as well there. Okay. One question: which hardware version is the best? Issue 3B. Well, PC user, I'm not sure what is the best one. Maybe the most reliable one is the 3B, but I think every version, every board issue from issue 3 and up are good. I think. But some issues like the Samsung issue 4S need some improvements, some modifications to have far improved video output, and some boards are more sensitive for defects than other boards. For example, all the issue 3, 3B boards. So 2 and 3 boards have a EULA that becomes very hot. And it's good to have a heatsink mounted on the EULA when they are refurbished. That's what I do by default at the moment. All the ZX Spectrums with EULAs lower than an issue 4 board, get a heatsink, and maybe I will do the issue 4 EULAs as well. I'm not sure, I have to check that. But I think all the issues are good enough. You can play about any game with any ZX Spectrum issue. The only issue I don't like myself are the issue 2s. Some people probably will not agree because they think it's one of the first versions and they were sold a lot. But I really don't like the manual calibration of the colors, and I really prefer the EULAs from issue 3 and above. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, so I was talking about the work on the wall here, and there's more news about work. Not this work, not ByteDelight, but I'm planning on leaving my other job. I cannot say everything about it yet, but I think it's a great moment to for me to leave a job and focus on ByteDelight only. It will mean I have to do a lot more work here because I still have to pay the house and the cars and the kids and all the stuff and toys and my toys here, of course. So a lot is going to change during the next weeks, but the first thing I had to do was the new ByteDelight headquarters. So that's about finished now, not completely, as I told in the previous stream. I still have to finish some work here behind me in the other side of the attic. Yeah, you're right, St. Claude. When you use the ZX HD, there's no problem with an issue 2, of course, but still, it should be refurbished with new capacitors mainly. And if that's done and it works, then ZX HD solves all the color problems, of course. So back to my work. I hope it will change very soon because it's really stressful having to focus on 2 jobs. And when you have your own company, and especially with all the different products I make for ByteDelight, especially the manual crafted products like the dual floppy drives and the rainbow LED case and that sort of things, it's really time consuming, and I like it a lot, and it's worth the time. That's not a problem. But I have to do instead of 2 a day, I have to do 5 or 10 a day, for example, of those products, and other products like ZX80, for example, products like that. I need to sell 10 or 15 a day to be able to cover my costs I have here in my home with my family. So that's about what I can tell about my other job. Yeah, I thought so, Peter. A lot of people really like issue 2. It has it's like a delicate woman, you know. You have to take care of it and treat it well, and sometimes buy some jewelry for it, like new capacitors. Maybe women like necklaces made of capacitors, fissile capacitors, of course, the good ones. I'm not sure. I haven't tried with my wife. All right. Yeah, I will take a piece of my pizza because it's almost cold. Okay. As you can see, I have a new. I bought a new camera. It's a Logitech Brio. I'm not sure. It's a 4K camera, and but it wasn't easy to get to work in 4K. And I finally discovered what the cause was. the problem was you need a native, a good quality USB 3 port. And my PC has a USB 3 port, but it's powered by a S-Media chip, which is not very reliable. And I got it to work at least reliable. That means it doesn't crash anymore. The Windows doesn't crash. But the video stream lagged a lot and had a lot of still pictures and that sort of thing. So what I need is a real USB 3 port, and it's not a bad machine. Definitely not, because it's a very fast Core i7 with a lot of SSDs, but it's not the newest one. So today I ordered some new hardware, and I think by the weekend it should be fixed. So next week we should be able to stream in real 4K, not 4K-ish, but 4K, including 4K camera. Wat was er wel? Spanje of niet? Portugal. Oh, this is from Portugal. Hoe is de naam van die club ook weer?
Wat?
Voetbal.
Portugal.
Oh, Portugal national team. Okay. Portugal, okay. We visited Ricardo Saraiva last year in Portugal for a holiday. You can see some photos about it on Facebook. Ricardo runs a shop, retroshop.pt, so Portugal. It was a really nice week. We visited him a couple of days, and they had us come over to their holiday apartment near the beach. It was very good, and we could stay over there for the night. So I'm not sure what will we do this year, but anyway, we were there last year, and he bought some soccer outfits there. He likes it a lot. The year before that we were in Spain, and the same of course, so we have some Spanish. Yeah, okay, we had some blisters on our feet because we walked for miles. We'll take another bite, just a second. So, he likes soccer, but he played more FIFA than actually playing soccer for real, I think. We should have had pizza at the same time, because now people are looking at you for what you're doing nothing, and I think they feel pity for you. Anyway, that was about for the intro. It took half an hour. What I can do tonight is do some live repairs and install and test some new hardware I crafted today. I have some ZX Spectrum Plus cases here that need to be checked. I cleaned them yesterday, but some people ordered some, and I have to check if they are okay. And I think I don't have enough membranes for them, so I hope they will arrive soon. Peter should have sent me a couple. Yeah, Peter, you were telling about visiting Holland, but I didn't understand, because you were talking about some place in Germany. So are you coming over to Holland now, or are you staying in Germany? And a lot of people mistake Holland for Germany and the other way around. So I'm not sure. I didn't understand. You told me you were visiting a game in Düsseldorf. So I was wondering where you will stay. But maybe you will stay near the border of Germany and Holland for something. What do you mean by playing Barcelona? Playing for real, or playing on video games? FIFA or something? Anyway, see.
Speel vaak in Nederland.
Right. It looks awful when eating on live on video, I think. Don't you think? So maybe we'll finish this later tonight. Marveld? Where is that? Marveld. Okay, it's in camping. Okay, okay. I bet it's near the border. So I'm checking out the website, Peter. I told my son maybe he can play some games while we're streaming, like Fortnite or FIFA maybe. FIFA will be a bit harder because he plays it on the PS4, so then I need a HDMI capture card. But he can play Fortnite and I could put it in the corner during the live stream, so he's not bored completely. Well, I can do a couple of things. I can do testing of ZX AYs, Pro 1s. I can finish repair for someone who has been waiting for a couple of months. I need to finish that. There are more people that are still waiting for repair, so I have more of that. But the one from the guy is from Brazil, I think. No, it's from Chile, so it's far away and. He's still waiting for it. Frank, no, that's. I think it's okay. 15 volts is, I think, normal for. Well, it's a bit high. 15 volts. Well, I think usually they measure about 12 or 13 volts. So 15.5 volts is a bit high. But it's easy to replace the capacitor. What's in it? Let me check. I think it's, no, I'm not sure. Maybe it's 4700 microfarads. Not sure. Have to check. No, I think it's only 1000 microfarads. And these ones from Cornell are way smaller than the ones inside the Spectrum PSU. So you can swap them. You could swap the diodes inside the capacitor, but I've never heard that they blowed or something, so not sure if that is needed. Yeah, it should, Frank, but it's that's when there's no load on it. So once you put a load on it, it should drop below 10 volts, and then the 7805 voltage regulator makes a stable 5 volts, of course. Hi, Sky. But I never had 15 volts, so it sounds a bit high, but it could be only the capacitor, for example. Okay, so there's a tournament, Marvel tournament. Soccer tournament. Muchas gracias. Ik heb er goed op naar. Yeah, we split soccer today, so. So, let me check email. It's quite easy to replace the capacitor frame, so it shouldn't be a problem. I can do some live checks of the plus cases. I can do ZX AYs, I can do Pro 1s testing. I won't make it a long show tonight, I think. Let's say it's the end of the week. I have lots more to do, so for example refurbish some 48K boards, but that's really a lot of work. can show you around again, but some people already have seen the new headquarters, so that may not be the best things for now. Okay, one question maybe. Do you like us to host the show, or or do you just prefer me, maybe, or do you maybe you guys prefer cute woman? Not sure who, but I don't think my daughter is interested in sitting here. So, and he is a bit interested. He likes streaming. He wants to stream himself. But as you've seen last week with the test, streaming in high quality in HD and requires a really powerful machine to get some decent output. So say something, guys. What do you want to see? Yeah, what do you want to see? Option 1. ZXAY. Testing. 2. Pro 1. Testing. Option 3. Plus. Cases check. What can I do more for the moment? Oh ja, is niet interessant. Dit geeft de mensen niet meer lastig van. 4. Finishing my pizza. 5. Picking my nose. No, I'm joking.
Playing games.
Playing games. Live? Yeah. I'm going to I'm going to finish play more Fortnite, but not now. So you also are having pizza, Peter. Okay. Get some pizza, Steve. I really liked the post last week from someone who was asking what to visit when he is going to Cambridge, to the Center of Computing History. There were a lot of replies there, and I replied myself because I've been there a couple of times now, and in Cambridge, I mean, I've been only once to the Center of Computing History, but I actually wanted to visit COH 2 months ago, or 1 month ago, with my kids for a day only, because on a Friday, for example, you can go early, be there around 8 o'clock, and then go back at 9 o'clock in the evening, which would be great for one day. Nice, would be nice, huh? But I didn't have the time because of the construction works here. So anyway, I really like the discussion. So if anyone ever wants to have a great day, then just book a flight with Ryanair, for example. Get over to Cambridge and visit the Center of Computing History. And when you're there, and you know some guys from Facebook, you can always try to ask them if they can join you in Cambridge and visit some pubs and restaurants, because I've seen that before. It's not the first time that Neil Beadle and you, Peter, maybe, I'm not sure, and some other guys who are known in the Facebook groups visit Cambridge together with them all. I'm curious when the next show is going to be there. I have no idea, because we were there in October, and I think there is a show planned for the release of the ZX Spectrum next. I think Thomas Eberle is working on it, I'm not sure. Maybe Henrik Olivier should do that himself. I'm not sure, we'll have to see. And of course, the bad news of Rick passing away may slow things down, but I'm not sure. Maybe things will go on as they were going at the moment. I have a good feeling with the ZX Spectrum next. I have the board somewhere. I think it's there. I'm looking to my board at the moment, but I cannot see it. The only problem is that it's not as straightforward to power on and play game on as a real ZX Spectrum is. So it's you have to do a lot of things before you can actually play some games. But it's still being developed a lot. I see posts coming by every week, a couple of days a week, a couple of times a week. So it's now just waiting for a case, and I cannot imagine anything else than that they're going to sell the case again once they have shipped all the orders. So I think I would like one of the ZX Spectrum Next keyboards myself. Maybe it's a good idea to have one of those, because at the moment when I'm testing ZX Spectrums, I use this very modern and great quality mechanical keyboard from DK-Tronics. This is my testing keyboard. It's really, of course the cables are improved, a bit more rigid. It's a mechanical keyboard, you know. No membrane, only switches. And I use this because it's the easiest way of putting it in front of the ZX Spectrum and plug it in like this. So easy to plug in. Never let me down. And at the moment I use this one. I'm not sure what else I can use for testing computers. You want me to see recap a Spectrum? Yeah, really? I can do that. It's no problem. But just if you want to. I'm prepared. I got all the capacitors sorted. Only this size, of course. But I'm still improving the attic at the moment. I'm not sure if you cannot see it, but I will show you. That's some pen. Well, let's try to move this one without falling down. I think you can see now the cabinet here. You cannot see me anymore, but anyway, if I move it a bit this way, you can still see us. Yes. Today I've ordered some more of those cabinets. These ones. So I can get more stuff organized here for manual assembly. And three, if not two. I'm not sure what you mean, Sky. Because my tools are here, I take a lot of space, and I need more to put more parts here. I'm not sure I can follow you guys. Could be me. Okay, so I need to put some more parts in the larger boxes, because I have screws, ZX Spectrum screws here, and parts for the stereo kits, and I want them to put in here as well, so I need more space. Plus case checks, okay. Well, we can do some plus case checks. Wil je me even helpen? Even gaan we buizings bekijken zo meteen. Hoe gaan we hem brengen? Nee. Okay, we'll do that. But my son just wants to play some games now. What game are you coming to play? You cannot play Fortnite without me, of course. You need someone to back you up.
I need to go to play Minecraft. Mine something. For prestige. Online.
He wants to play Minecraft.
Yeah. With all the guys.
So In the past we had Pac-Man. Then we had Mario. Then we had not sure, Lara Croft. And now we have then we had Minecraft, and now we have Fortnite, right? I'm not sure if those are the highlights of gaming during the last 20 years. 30 years, of course.
Battlefield ook, hè.
I don't play Battlefield. I just play Fortnite.
Dat was voor Fortnite de bekendste game van de wereld.
You mean Player Underground Battle Unknown? PUBG?
I don't know. Battlefield 3 and...
Yeah, Sky, I thought I hated it too, but there was one day, that was a year ago I think, that I really wanted to know why kids love Minecraft so much. So I installed Minecraft. I had an old version somewhere, a free version when it wasn't from Mojang, or was it Microsoft now I think. So I installed it and played it, and I got addicted in a day. Minecraft is a lot of fun, but of course you have to like games in any way. And my problem is I can get addicted to games easily. I have a couple of games on my phone. Not much, so these are only casual games. Like it's a well-known game, I think. I'm waiting for the splash screen to start. Come on. So this is Risk. You know the board game Risk, and I really love Risk a lot because you have to think strategically, and which is not easy. But nowadays, three or four times I think about it, I win. I never played Chucky Egg Peter. I think I missed that. Maybe because I started a bit later, I'm not sure. I do love Jetpack and Manic Miner and that sort of thing. And I really, the game I loved most was R-Type on the ZX Spectrum. I'm not sure. TF2? TF2. Maybe it's a forum or something? Oh, Team Fortress. Okay, it's a shooter game as well. Yeah. Yeah, well, there are lots of first-person shooters, of course, and usually I don't like shooters that much because kids may become violent because of that. But Fortnite is more of a fun game, I think, and that's the way we play it. We try to just have fun with Fortnite. And the problem is we are skilling a lot, so I'm at level 27, like you, tier 27. And at level 36, 34, I'm not sure. I have to check.
13,
yeah, I never say a game is better than the original if it's a ZX Spectrum game in Sky. I won't allow it on this video. Okay, my game will my game will go kidding.
I'm going to play over.
Okay, so 17.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, I didn't finish my pizza yet, so put it aside. Leftover for tonight, no problem, no problem. We have a microwave. So okay, now I need to clean the floor, but I'm going to take some plus cases, and I have them here. Oh, camera is moving. Sorry, wasn't supposed to happen. So. I think it's maybe better to move it a bit. Sorry. Yes, okay. Alright, so these are the rubber feet from the plus cases. Clean my hands a bit because I have a couple of mint plus cases here. Really, these are new as far as I can tell. But it's after I clean them. So here's one, and I think because of the good quality camera you can see it's in good shape. But it needs a new membrane, of course. I'm not an older player. I'm only 41, I feel like 19. This is second one is also mint. And the only thing I forgot is to gently tear off the plastic foil on the rainbow logo. Because you need some heat to get it off properly. So these are cleaned very well. It's the third one, which is also as good as new. This small scratch here. And what I was thinking about is when I have cases that I cannot sell as mint, I will just sell them as with a mainboard and it's a complete ZX Spectrum on my website. But I think I can sell this one as mint because there's really nothing bad with it. Here's one that's missing the rainbow logo because it was very ugly, and my son is joining my channel. And there's a light scratch on the top, and I don't like scratches like that. So this one is definitely going to be sold as not mint, but with a board in it. This one is a bit heavy. Most probably was a Samsung one because those have the metal backplates. You can see here, and there's the more plastic feeling membrane in it. So I think this is from a Samsung machine. The only problem with this one is I'm not sure what I've done with it, but there was some shiny gloss cover, some kind of cleaning material, something. I'm not sure, but I tried to clean it a couple of times and it's still not gone completely. So it's not like the original ones that, and I'm not sure what I put on here. So someone cleaned it with some material, maybe oil or something, some kind of oil, I think. And it's not gone completely, so I cannot sell this as a mint one, I think. Okay, I have 3 mint ones, so that's not bad. And those were the 3 that are mint. I have a couple of more keyboards, but all with scratches, I think. Well, this one is good. I think I can sell this one as mint, and the other one I just put in the box is, oh yes, sorry. I will show you in a second, and I will just show them all. The difference with, for example, this one is that it has a bit yellow keys. I'm not sure you can see it on the camera. And this one, has more white keys. So it's good enough, and I think I can use this perfectly as a mint top part. And what's wrong with this one, or is it good? Man, the cleaning has done miracles because it was so dirty last week. There's some very light scratches, but it's almost not noticeable. So I think I can sell this as mint as well. I have to check more carefully. So I think I have 3 mint ones. This was the shiny one with some kind of oil on it. Maybe they used massage oil or something. I'm not sure what got stuck so often. I clean them with soap carefully with a sponge that doesn't make scratches. But I wasn't able to remove it completely, and I have no idea if you can see it. I will show you with a close-up. Maybe you can see it. I don't think you can see it actually. It's not bad. I've seen worse machines, worse keyboards. But there's something oilers on it. I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, I have 2 orders for plus cases, so at the moment I'm good. And I might have more cases in the boxes there, I'm not sure. We will put these away. The next thing is to get these ready. But as I said, I don't think I have membranes for them. We'll check it in a second because I have a document. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea, Peter. But only if there are no scratches on the case, then I could try retrobite. But I think I have a lot of white keys left, so I can also always swap some keys from the boards if needed. I wanted to check if I have membranes, and for that I have to check a document on my computer because such a large number of crates here. It's hard to get the correct one, and I need the A1 box. A1, now you know, A1. So, this is A1, and in A1 we have membranes and faceplates. Peter probably knows them, but no plus membranes, unfortunately. I have white mats and a lot of faceplates, but no plus membranes anymore. Peter, I need them. Have you shipped them already? I usually order them from Ricardo, Peter, you know, but I think he's very busy at the moment, so I just needed them quickly, and hence I ask you. Boiling? What is that to boil? Tell me. Never heard of that. Sorry, Sky. Can the plastic take the temperature? Eh? Okay. Okay. I have all the stuff for retrobite, but I just need to put it together once and take the time. I will show you. So I have a lot of this. What was it? Hydrogen peroxide. Need to be careful with that. It's cracking for some reason. Glycerin, oxy gel, and gum. So I think you cannot see it. I think I have all the ingredients. But it's been here for a year, but it didn't have the time yet. Now it's back safe in the box. Well, not sure it's safe. But better than on my hands, I think. Nice. Right, so unfortunately I cannot finish these cases at the moment, which is a pity because people are waiting for them. What I said, I have more of them. What I can show you, because it's on top of all the other things here, I'm working on a large logo with LED lighting. What do you think of it? It's not finished, so it needs light, and it's my first attempt. So maybe I will put more in, and we'll use a new piece of plexiglass because this one was made of 2 pieces. I think I like it. So what I wanted to check is, yeah, there are definitely more plus cases in here. Which I want to check out. You really should see a stack of boxes with still some parts in it. Well, let's do some unboxing then. People like unboxing, so why not? I think I never opened this one. It has been opened, I think, because it's not new. But the box is very new. Oh wow! We got ourselves the ZX Spectrum, and it's in great condition as well. It must be an issue 3 or something, because it's not an issue 2 and it's not an issue 6. Maybe issue 4, but the case is in great shape. I like that. All the cables are in. An original small manual. So, one more case and computer and power supply. So if you do need a power supply, Frank, you can choose between a refurbished original one or modern switching one. They sell very well, the switching ones. A lot of people are ordering them at the moment. Mainly when they order a Harken kit, but often with the 48K board. They also order a power supply with it. And I test those power supplies thoroughly, so because I had a couple that didn't work very reliable. Bye Sky! See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and like or dislike, whatever you want. Of course I will kill you if you dislike, but you can still dislike. Oh. Yeah, someone asked me for an issue 5 today, Peter, but I've never actually had one. It would really surprise me if this would be an issue 5, of course, but no, it's just an issue 3B, with an original ULA and a very old keyboard membrane. So, I will show you in a sec. So, an issue 3B, made in the UK, passed functional tests. Okay. Now you know. I will put that one here and get another one. I think I even have a toast rack in a box here somewhere, but do I have more plus cases? I'm not sure. No, these cases are empty. I do have a couple of 48K boxes with computers in them. I have a QL boxed, I have an Opus Discovery boxed, I have a low profile keyboards boxed, I have plus 2s boxed, but I think I'm out of plus cases at the moment. So most probably I will put a offer on the web shop at out of stock. Today or tomorrow, I have to check. Alright. I like this music a lot. It was I put it in the YouTube description. I just found it on YouTube, and I hope it's good enough if I just say from who it is. It is from Sun Team. 2 hours and 45 minutes of ZX Spectrum 120K game music. And I think it's a very good one. Great compilation. Has been watched 80,000 times. That's a lot more than people have watched my videos. Okay, it has been on there for 5 years already, so okay. So, let's see if people are asking been asking me things on Facebook. No, only on YouTube. And I really hope people will join the channel, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I have some subscriptions, so I have 2 more subscribers at the moment. Anyway, I will remember people about the giveaways. I just need more people, so maybe I will. Well, of course, I can Twitter some things. Let's Twitter some things. I know people Twitter unboxing videos, for example, of my stuff. So why not Twitter something myself? Twitter. What is happening? That's what it says here. Twitter. What is happening? Man, connection is slow. Why is that? I'm not sure. It might be my Wi-Fi connection, I think. It's coming, but it's slow. It's like dialing up. Why do we have to log in? I was logged in already. I guess I've never actually logged in on this laptop with Twitter. So I will go here. No, Twitter. Alright, giveaway. At 800, 900 and 1000 subscribers. I'm not sure if any of you is on Twitter. Let's see. All right. ByteDelight live now. Okay. Email. Someone ordered something. Oh. Let's just add. Will be what did I put here? I don't think so, Peter. I have a 50 megabit upload this bandwidth, so that should be a problem. Pro 1. I think it's the Wi-Fi because it's my access point is in the middle of the house, and the kids are using the connection at the moment, I think. So most probably it's just the Wi-Fi. My PC here is of course connected by gigabit cable. 6 HD. Learn English, Ben. Subscribers. Get to subscribers. Yes. Okay, giveaway at 800, 900 and 1000 subscribers for almost. Remove that. 800. So AY. 900. For 1. And 1000. HD. Let's tweet. Okay, now the world knows. Well, I'm curious if people will read it. We'll see. But I think there are a lot of people on Twitter that are interested in racing computing. I got some replies on YouTube, I think. I know, those are all just all reminders. Right, if you like me, I will do some testing of crafted interfaces, and so we'll move the camera in the other direction. You can see how I do that. Oops. So, is that a good angle? Let's have a check. Let's see, where's OBS? It's a bit low. Can I move it upwards? Oh, maybe here. Wait, just wait. Yeah, that's better. In the future I will have multiple cameras, but not now. So, this is great. I think it's great. Nice. Alright. So, I did some ZXAYs today, and I need to test them. Let's put on some power. I was testing one, but this one actually was giving some problems. Not sure why. I think it's the chip itself. So I'll power it on again and have it do some music playing. You can see it? Yeah, you can see it. I often run this demo. We'll put the background music a bit softer so you can hear what's going on here. And in the meantime, I always do measure the exact touch speed. Seems perfect. So what you hear now is the output of the ZXAY. So it outputs stereo Y sound and beeper sound, and it's the same what you get from the Z spectrum itself, but of course that is not stereo. So I think it's fine. Might just have been do the edge connector or something. Manuals. Oh, I really like playing demos. You may have noticed there's always good things at this spectrum. think this one is okay. So, next one. Oh, wrong button. So it might seem a bit boring, but I think it's important to have everyone checked thoroughly. The music is not bad. Doesn't keep me awake during nights when I play this all day. Last Sunday when I was doing the stream, I told people about this corner. This is also the corner where I program devices with the mic, FPGAs or CTLDs on it. And actually I'm using the ZX Spectrum keyboard on this Windows 10 machine. So this is the recreated keyboard, of course. And it's the only keyboard I use in this machine, and it works perfectly. So that's what I use. So it's really only the ZX Spectrum setup here. Okay, another perfectly working ZXAY. Oh, and I always use this demo because it has both beeper sound and 3-channel AY sound. So that's the most easiest way of finding out if everything is okay. And I had some problems when I started to develop this board with the clock signal. And if it's not good, you can immediately hear it in the sound. So that's a good thing. So this is the way I test it. When I assembled the board, I cleaned the throughput edge connector because otherwise there can be some grease left from your fingers. And I think it's important because many people abuse the throughput. Okay, next one. What am I doing? Yes, that's okay. Where's my cable? Okay. Okay, perfect. So when I'm testing these ZXAYs, I'm using my ears to know if everything is okay. But it looks perfect. Someone is mowing the grass outside, and I can smell the fresh grass. When I'm doing soldering, I always have the windows open, but I still need to order good ventilation system, especially when the pick and place machine will arrive. last one. I might already have shipped that, but we'll check. Maybe the Pro 1 orders. I think all the Hardigan kits are out already. Let me check it for you. Where is it? I'm not sure, let me check. Oh, it's here. I won't show your address, but it's here. I'm not sure why I did set it. Oh, I see. Sorry. I'll show you, Stefan. Look. So, there in the corner is my stack of ready-made devices, and in the outmost corner should be the boxes with the Hardigan kits. And at the moment, I run out of the kits, so usually there are 4 there, but I need to create some kits again. So more work for tomorrow. Alright. I really hope I'm catched up with every order tomorrow. But I'm almost certain I won't, because I still have to assemble the rainbow LED cases and some special orders, I think. I have to check. So, these are okay. Next are the Pro ones. Where is the stack? Here's the stack. These are Pro ones. The best SD card interface for at the moment for the ZX Spectrum. So, live programming round. Let's load up the correct file. DMC. Alright, and now the cable file, the power cable. Now select all. Yes. Okay. Oh, that could be correct. So check. Yeah, that's okay. Let's wipe this one. I got some chips which have which has been programmed already, which causes all the LEDs to light up. Not perfect, but so it's programmed both chips at the moment on the Pro 1, and there's a first chip that needs to be programmed, the EEPROM, but I do the programming on a real ZX Spectrum for that. So first the 2 CPLD chips. Fill up. I have to wipe them as well. So I'm doing this on this ZX Spectrum Windows 10 machine. I'm not joking. Alright, third one, and program. And at the moment moment I'm still crafting these interfaces by hand, but in a very short time the pick and place machine will be installed here, and the production will increase by a lot. Someone's calling. Alright, the fourth one. It was actually quite nice to install this tiny machine here, because it was very cheap. You cannot imagine how cheap it was. The race failed. Why? It shouldn't fail. Why does it fail? Do it again. Oh, that's a bad chip in it. Definitely. If I check that on. Alright, next step in the process is programming the EEPROM. Anyway, in the meantime I was trying to get to YouTube. So we can reply to messages. So I have this ZX Duo, which I designed myself. It was an attempt to be able to use two normally conflicting interfaces at the same time. Well, not at the same time. There's a switch on it, of course, which lets you select either the left or the right interface. Looks ridiculous, but it works. But the problem with the FMC is that it takes over the ZX Spectrum ROM inside the ZX Spectrum. So once it boots, it copies the ZX Spectrum ROM contents to its RAM, and then takes control over the ROM select signal. So the manual switch cannot overrule that ROM signal issue. And there is a way of doing it with an interface like this one, but you have to add a CPLD that outputs a sequence of disabling the interface. So it's a bit more complicated than I first thought. Anyway, for the moment this does the job for me. So there are two Pro 1s connected at the moment. The left one is booting. It should boot. It will boot. Still some dirty edge connectors here, I think. Not sure what happened. Okay, works. Okay, let's program the ROM. So, ROM is programming. I have to check this one. Was probably something wrong with one of the chips. Maybe short circuit. Happens sometimes. It's not a big deal. So in the meantime, this one will finish a second or two. And of course I have 4 workplaces here, so I can do multiple things at once. For example, test a refurbished machine. What was that? Not sure. Anyway. test a refurbished machine and then do a programming like this at the same time. It's not a problem. What would happen here? Be careful with that. Okay, next one. Hi, Antonio. Hello, welcome. I usually don't wait for this to finish, but for now I will. Still need to clean this up a bit because there's such a lot of stuff in here which is not easily available when you need it. Quick one. Can't wait to receive the new mainboard for my PC so I can do a proper 4K video and stream all in time. Shouldn't be a problem nowadays with the equipment you can get from any store. Just time and money. Hi Raven Looney. I'm not sure what you missed because I'm not sure where you left off. I've done some checking of plus cases, and at the moment I'm finishing some interface like the ZXAY and the DivMMC Enjoy Pro one live, so you can see how I do it. So the last one is coming up. Then I have to test them and get them into a case. That connector is dirty. Should get some alcohol, not for myself, but for the computer. Really? Okay, alcohol. It's probably you cannot drink this anyway, so. I must say I have to do this a lot for some reason, so I'm not sure. I often wonder why I have to clean the connectors so much, and there's always dirt in it, so I wonder where it comes from. It could be because the edge connectors of the interface I test are new, maybe. Not sure, because I cannot believe that the dirt comes from the electrical signals something, but of course when you connect an interface it always would create some metal coming off, but so it's not much, of course. I cannot imagine that it will cause the black stuff coming off of them. Anyway, let's try again. Still not. Maybe it's SD card. Probably was the SD card, because there's a cable on the SD card pushing on it. Gremlins, yeah. I would love that. Gremlins. But I don't have gremlins here at the moment. I had some squishies yesterday here. Some people don't know what squishies are, but I have a couple of them. Sorry, not me, but my kids. And they bought them on the market for €6. And when they bought them, I told them, "Wow, €6 for a squishy. I bet they are sold from China, including postage, for less than €1. And yesterday I actually ordered some from AliExpress because one of the squishies was how do you call it in English? Let me have a second. Beheaded, decapitated. So my daughter wanted a new one. I tried glue, but it didn't work very well. So we ordered 6 new ones for €5 or something. Ah, come on, what is this? Yeah, that's really SD card. But I use it so many times in a week that most probably the contacts are getting dirty. Maybe I should clean them as well with alcohol. Okay, so I have 4 ready interfaces, which I will now test. I need SD cards for them. And I have lots of those. Formatted them well, so the system files on them. And just have to test them. With a joystick. And this is the first one. So first I will always test if the joystick interface works on both ports. Yes. Then I will test the second SD card. If it works, and the LED will light up. And then I will do a more thorough test of the first SD card. And test the Kempson joystick interface. The other tests were for the Sinclair interface, so I just know that everything works as it should. Right, that's okay. So we'll leave this on for a minute or 10. So it gets a chance to warm up a bit. I already cleaned those throughput edge connectors because it's important that people get them with a clean edge connector when they try to connect them for the first time. And while I'm here, I can also get the cases ready. Oh. Where are my cases? I put them here somewhere. Oh, there. Cases. Hundreds of them. Then next is my screw machine. And it screws. All live. Everyone can see what I'm doing. I will get this a bit closer so you can see everything. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I will leave that on for a second more so it works. I'm sure it works properly. Nice. So I wonder if I get my subscribers already. Let's check the channel. Nope, 755, the same as an hour ago. That's no problem. I'm not complaining. Alright. Usually I just add a bit more, but never got a problem this way. And I want to show you how I'm finishing it. That's guard test. That's okay as well. And then a couple of minutes test. Okay. And I will finish this one. For that I need 2 bottom caps, which are very tiny. Often a pain to install, but it's good for the looks. And the blue one for the NMI button. I hope you can see it. Hope the box is not in the way. So these are in. Next is the case. And for screws, last week I changed the design of the case. So from the next delivery of the cases I can use smaller screws, which are easier to obtain. And that's the good thing about professional 3D printing, because I do an order of cases like this one every month, but they materialize at the moment. And it's very flexible, so if you want to change something you can do it instantly, and with the next batch you get a different case, and that's great, I think. Okay, so this one is ready. Now the only thing that remains is putting them in a box and adding the manual. And my space is almost gone completely. There are some soldering videos from the DevMMC interface on YouTube, on my channel, but those were from the older versions. So the newer Pro 1, I actually don't have a time-lapse video from that one. But maybe we'll do one later on. I'm not sure. Check. People would like it, and I'm not doing it forever by hand, of course. This is only for the moment. In the future, it will be done automatically by the pick and place machine. And I think that will be more interesting to watch a video about a pick and place machine. So when that's installed, I will make a video. And I also still have to make a video of this new workplace here. I'm working here for a month now, and but I still need to cover everything about this new attic completely, because it's really really something special. There are some features here that are really useful for working a lot in space. I will show you later. Okay, I will get this one as well. Then, third one. No problems so far. No secrets here. No bad behavior towards other sellers here. Just production and fun, as it should be. And I'm not afraid of keeping enough work in the future, so if people like to compete with me, just do it. But of course, if you do it in an ugly way, don't expect me to be your friend. I like to work together with other people like Peter and Ricardo and Thomas Arbella and those guys. Those are great. And I've lots of sales, so what you see now is only a small part of what I sell every week. And I really will make sure it will grow more, because I need it when I do this completely from as my only job in the very near future. Alright, so another one is ready. So Stephen, you asked why Hurricane Kit was when it was coming. Sorry about the delay. As I told in the beginning of this video, I'm telling a lot of people that I'm sorry for the delays during the last weeks. It's not good, but it's coming up. But as you can see, I try to keep the stack up with filled shelves all the time, but it's hard because I had to do a lot of other things during the last weeks, and I still have to do a lot of other things when I'm in the transition phase of work for myself. The blue LED is not working. I have to check the blue LED, but I will do it later. Just will make a small note that I have to swap the LED. So remember. Okay, so this is the last one I will complete for now. I can power down this machine, the ZX Spectrum Windows 10 machine, and it hibernates to its SSD, so it powers up very quickly, and it's one of the first Core 2 machines, CPUs. So it's not the newest one, but it works great with Windows 10. And believe it or not, it was only 30 euros, except for the SSD, which I installed myself. So it was really cheap, and it's great to have those kinds of machines as extra machine for programming parts, for example. You cannot have enough PCs, you know. My kids have a PC, my wife has a PC, I have a couple. It's the same with ZX Spectrums, of course. You cannot have enough ZX Spectrums. You can have enough toast racks though. There are some voters, not me, no, not me, but people that only have toast racks at home, it seems. I'm lying, sorry, I'm lying. I have a crate full of toast racks, and believe it or not, the photo I reposted last week was from 2 years ago. I had about the same amount as I have now, but that's because I just ordered a couple of more from local websites here during the years. So during 2 years, I think I've bought 5 more or something. That's not much. Hence, I still keep up with my old stock of toast racks. But the main problem is I don't have time to complete them, to refurbish them, repair them. I think most of them have some kind of defect. And during the last 3 years, I've learned a real lot of about repairing and faults and that sort of things. I try to share the information I learn on some websites. So I have a wiki site at ByteDelight.com, which is open for everyone. And I just cannot keep up with putting everything there that it has that can be learned. Anyway, I will close this for now. We'll continue with that tomorrow. So, let's put away this alcohol. If I want alcohol, I will not drink this. When I was having pizza as you've seen. I usually take a beer with that, but not when my son is here. But I don't think it's looking very well when you have a beer with your son on the video. So hence I won't take a beer at the moment. Yeah. I'm not sure how many toast bricks have been made, and sometimes I think I'm afraid of how many ZX Spectrums have been binned somewhere during the last 35 years. But I hope there are enough toast racks so every ZX Spectrum fan can have at least one. But the problem is not many people are selling toast racks. If they show up on eBay, they will cost over 150 or more, especially when they're in a box and a bit mint. I think I sell them for, what is it, 110 or something, I have to check, without a box. And I think I have a couple, but I will not promise getting them prepared anytime soon, because I have lots of other projects I have to work on. Maybe it's good to finish with the plans for the for the next months. So the new headquarters is about finished now. I need to, as I told, I need to finish some other things towards the stairs, the other side of the wall. But I can work here, and what I still need is the pick and place machine in the corner where the camera is at the moment, and the reflow oven, which I already have all the parts for. That's the next step. That needs time and it needs money because it's an investment of a couple of €1,000. Also, I need to get used to the machine, and getting it assembled and calibrated will cost a couple of weeks. And I'm not telling that because it's completely new to me. It's because someone else here in Eindhoven has bought one, and I'm visiting him next week to have a look at his machine he bought. And he told me how much time he needed to get it working properly, and he's not finished yet. So I'm curious if that machine is the one I need. Maybe I will buy the Chinese one of the Chinese ones, which are not that precise, but they're fast and they're the same price and they're assembled already. So maybe that's a better way. I'm not sure. Because it's good to know the machine yourself, like a 3D printer. If anything goes wrong, you can replace parts yourself. So I think that's the good part about the machine I want to order. But when that's done, I need to finish my other job, as I told. I hope there will be news in one of the next weeks. Next Wednesday I'm speaking with a lawyer about some contracting issues. About the split up with my other company, and it's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I need to have the contract checked, which I'm getting to get away. So that's the news for now. When that's done, I just need to develop more products. So I think of the combined interface with the ZX-AY, the ZX-HD and the DiffMC will probably be called the Pro XL. I'm working on that. I need to do things like design a 3D case for the K-Mouse Turbo mouse interface. I need to create a vertical version of the Pro 1 because there are a lot of people who like the vertical version, like the DiffMC Mini at the moment. But then with either the two joystick ports that the Pro 1 has, or no joystick port, it's no problem. Most probably I will use the same PCB. But I need to design it without needing to manually reroute all the signals. So I have to be creative a bit with that. But that will come There will be some other things like turbo sound interfaces and more. I have a complete list. Well, I can take it, can get it for a sec. I guess I have it here with the projects, main projects for a couple of next months. Although I have to produce more rainbow cases, of course, rainbow LED cases. People really like them, but they're very time consuming. Let's see. Yeah, I want to refurbish a lot of original material, so interfaces, ZX Spectrums themselves, Sinclair QLs, a lot of other stuff I have in boxes and just don't have the time for. I will, once I have the time, I will refurbish them and sell them, because they're really in the way, and I won't sell them for free, of course, but I'll only sell stuff that is fixed properly. There are still people waiting for several requests, so they haven't bought anything yet, but they're waiting for a request that I should take care of. Oh yeah, things like the twister boards for the Timex Sinclair machines from the United States, America. Those ones need a twister board with a ROM socket. I still have to finish batches of the divide interfaces. I have 2 board revisions, and I need to get them ready, because there are still people who like using IDE stuff. And one of the benefits of using divide interface is that you can use the video player. And that's really something. I really like playing videos on a ZX Spectrum with sound, 3-channel sound, really samples, just sampled sound, and 25 frames per second video. It's really something. So that's one of the reasons people like the divide interface still. Then let's see. Oh yeah, of course. I'm playing with the idea of trying to craft something that can be called a portable ZX Spectrum, with parts available from anywhere except for the case. So I bought some parts like a Raspberry Pi Zero. I have lots of them, but also an LCD display, and I will use a power bank. So it's really portable. I will experiment with that, and I will do that in a live video as well. So once the parts arrive, I will show you what I'm doing and what I have in mind. Okay, I have the list of products I'm thinking of for the future in front of me now. So let's see, +3 floppy adapter to use in an external disk drive without... my page just disappeared again. I'm waiting for it to reload. So it's an adapter for the +3 machines. There needs to be some diodes on it to make a standard PC flop drive work properly. Then, of course, the +3 replacement power supplies. People are waiting for those. I need to work on my software that will automate my order process. So I can process the orders more efficiently and keep being catched up at all time, and that's not what it's at the moment. Then I must work at new Harlequin boards. I want to produce ZX Spectrum toast track keypad. So Chris, what's Chris Smith? No, I forgot his name. It's it's... Oh, it's Paul Farrow, of course, Paul Farrow. What is my computer doing? It lost its connection again. It's only my laptop. I will try another access point. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it works. Okay. So Paul Farrow has some documentation about the keypads, and on fruitcakeplus.com, fruitcake.plus.com, and I really want to try to craft some of them as well, because people really like the keypads, but then I have to somehow create a 3D design for the case as well. That may be hard, because how on earth will I get the keys with the prints on it? I'm not sure. So I have to think about that. Also want to produce MBO2 interface, disk interfaces, because it's the best disk interface and ID interface for the ZX Spectrum ever. There won't be any faster or better interface than that, in my opinion. Of course, using SD cards is cool, but what the MBO2 interface can do is magic. I want to continue. I'm not sure if I want to continue, because I wanted to say I want to continue on the multi-phase interface, but the problem is that we detected a website of the brand owner of Romantic Robot, and I sent the guy a message about if it's possible to use the ROM contents of the multiphase, but I didn't get any answer. But because the company still exists in some way, I don't want to dare to create an interface with the intellectual property of someone who still owns the brand. Otherwise they can send a lawyer to me, and I don't want it. Anyway, other things. Oh yeah, PC keyboard interface. There should be a new one, of course, because I abandoned the other one, the older one. Other things. Spectrum interfaces. Some people ask for that. Spectranet, of course, the Spectranet interface. I have the PCBs, I have some of the parts, I still have to finish them. I also have to finish Atari Ultimate cartridges, which are on this list as well, but they are not ZX Spectrum related, of course. But I have to finish them. What more? I have to work on my webshop, because it has some flaws which need to be addressed. And I'm still waiting for the ZX printer belts to finally be available. I really wonder if they will come available anytime, because I have a crate full of ZX printers somewhere, and I really want to get them completed, working, and offer them to other people. So that's about what's on my list at the moment. Often new ideas pop in my mind, and I think for the next 2 years I have my hands filled with work for only ZX Spectrums. But of course after that I have to also check if I can do anything else with my production line here, because of course maybe in the future there will be a day that people will just move their interest in ZX Spectrums towards other machines, like modern consoles or something like that. I'm not sure. We'll see. Great, Peter. Good to hear that belts that you're interested in them as well. But I think you had some prototypes, don't you? I'm curious. So if you can tell something about it when you're ready for it, I really would like to know. Raven, how hard would it be to make a multi-phase equivalent from scratch? Well, actually it won't be that hard, but the problem is there are 5 versions or something, so the multi-phase 1, the 128 and the plus 3, but all of them have different versions. So for example, the multi-phase 1 has support for microdrive or Opus Discovery or Disciple and plus D. but not all of them. And although the hardware is almost identical, so what I wanted to do, what I had in mind, is get the schematics of all of those interfaces and check where the schematics are the same, and then think of some way of creating a schematic that works on all the ZX Spectrum models. For example, in the Pro 1, I added the auto detection of the ZX Spectrum model, and that works flawlessly. So if you use that and feed the detection to a CPLD, for example, it won't be very hard to have the multi-multiphase detect which ZX Spectrum is connected and configure itself to work for that specific model. But still, you have to choose maybe between one of the multiphase 1 ROMs, for example. So last year we were checking which kind of ROM versions there were for the multiphase, and there are really a lot. It surprised me, as if some people were working on that. And I'm not sure what the best solution is. So what I can, if I would be allowed to include that ROM, or one of the ROMs, maybe it's best to just select the one that has the most features. So maybe support for Disciple, Opus, and Microdrive, for example. I think that's great, and of course tape. But if there is not one ROM that has all the support for all the devices, you must be able to switch between ROMs, because I don't think there will be anyone who will rewrite code for the ROMs. So I'm not sure what the best way of going with that is. I have to check it, but at the moment I'm doing nothing with the multiphase ID, because I don't want to sell any product with software like a ROM that has intellectual property on it, which is still owned by some company. I won't do that. Maybe people can do that who doesn't own a company like me. But if you sell so many products, I don't want to make myself difficult and maybe get sued for something. So just make products that doesn't use any intellectual property of someone else. Okay, Peter, good to hear that they still work on the belts. I think, Peter, that the belts are from two sources at the moment. So because Ian Gledhill had some, I think he had those made himself by some company in UK, maybe. I'm not sure. And George is working on them as well, of course. And it's really a pity that the source where Ian gets them, he's not sharing the belts themselves. He's only using them for fixed repair prices for himself. And of course it's right, no problem. I won't make a problem of him. Ian is a good guy. But it's a pity for the people who want to repair the printers themselves. So I'm certain that one day the belts will come available. That's not a problem. So any other questions for now? Otherwise I will end the 2 hour, I think it's 2 hours, 2 hour live session for today. Yeah, it's 2 hours. Yeah. Wow. It's over 2 hours already. Again, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you know other people, and you must know other people if you're on Facebook, for example. Otherwise, you won't need a Facebook account. So if you know other people, ask them to subscribe to my channel. It doesn't matter who it is, because once I get to 800, 900 and 1000 subscribers, I will do the giveaways. And I'm very open about it. Most probably I will select a name at a time. Anyone can watch what I'm doing. I may not show the name, of course, because the people might not want me to. But I will do the giveaway, and I would really love to get over that 1,000 subscribers again. Because not again, because I haven't had 1,000 already. But I'm going to do more of these shows, and I want more people to see them, and of course I want the 1,000 subscribers too, so I can enable monetizing again, if it's useful, because it's not much with only 1,000 subscribers at the moment. But I would like to do it because it motivates me to create more videos, and I'm planning for a lot of videos. So what did I tell tonight? Oh yeah, the video about assembling the ZX Go, the portable ZX Spectrum. The video about connecting the Sam Coupe I have here. Videos about repairs of rare stuff like ZX80s and that sort of thing. And videos about any kind of developments. I think you people will like it. The channel will grow in the future, I'm certain of that. That's my plan and my wish. Maybe it's just my way of still getting to talk to people, because otherwise, if you not have customers in a shop like this, you will get nuts. Of course I'm nuts already. I'm artistic as hell, and that's the only way of doing a company like this, just to be crazy. But anyway, you know what I mean. I hope people will like the shows and all the videos, and of course the products I will produce and develop in the future. So if you would like it, come back next week, Friday, 5 o'clock for UK time and 6 o'clock Western European time, so Dutch, Holland time in Holland, Spain, France, Italy, Greece, I think. I'm not sure. No, I think Greece is 1 hour later. And Russia and all the countries are 1 hour later as well, so they will join an hour into the show. But that's not a problem. That is not true, of course. You can just join. Ben, you're crazy. Anyway, they can join at their time, of course. The show will be live. I'll put it on Facebook. And one last thing I was thinking about. Facebook is showing a lot of more information to me than it was showing a year ago. For example, I came across the Commodore 64 group, or maybe one of the groups, I'm not sure how many there are. And it has 13,000 subscribers. So I'm curious how that group is so large, and our Sinclair ZX Spectrum groups are only 4,000 people or something. I think we must be able to change it, because I know there are so many people still liking the ZX Spectrum. One of the reasons, of course, is that there are 2 groups at the moment, 2 main groups. And I'm not sure if you're allowed to sell stuff at the Commodore 64 group I came across. So I really wish there was only 1 group without any problems. But of course, I cannot change that myself, and I don't want to be involved in the problems that are sometimes playing. Some are. Yeah, I know, we are special. But the strange thing is that when I talk to Commodore 64 people, they're often the community, they meet in person more than we do, I think. I'm not sure. One of the reasons I say that is that there is one large Commodore 64 user group in Holland, run by the HCC, the Hobby Computer Club, and there's still a lot of attention, and really the meetings are visited very well as well, still. And of course, maybe people know that sometimes a group of Sinclair enthusiasts also attend those meetings and use a couple of tables. They're happy with having more visitors, and we're happy with the space we can use. So it surprised me that there's also a Facebook group that's as large, and So I wonder what we can change about that. We'll see. I think a channel like this one, and the weekly show, people will like it. We'll see. I hope so. I hope I can feature interesting stuff. I hope I'm not boring. I hope you have suggestions for me. If you know something I can cover here in the future, I would like that. I hope my English is good enough. I practice a lot. No, I don't know. I'm not practicing at all. I'm practicing during these shows. But I listen to a lot of English videos, of course, and I'm learning from that. I hope it's good enough and you will like it. So I will close it up for the night. Thank you again. Like this video, subscribe please to my channel. Get a chance to win one of those giveaway prizes. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!